How to Talk to Anyone, Chapter 2. Chapter 2 contains 14 little tricks on how to start great small talk. Trick 10. Make a mood match. You see, small talk is not about facts or words, it's about music, about melody. You must first match your listener's mood. Like repeating the note on the music teacher's harmonica, top communicators pick up on their listener's tone of voice and duplicate. So before opening your mouth, take a voice sample of your listener to detect his or her state of mind. If you ever want to bring people around to your thoughts, you must match their mood and voice tone, if only for a moment. Trick 11. Prosaic with passion. Remember how I said that small talk is not about facts or words? Well, guess what? 80% of your listener's impression has nothing to do with your words. In other words, anything you say is fine. As long as an empathetic mood, a positive demeanor, and passionate delivery makes you sound exciting. This reminds me of one of my favorite quotes from Van Gogh. He once said, "I would rather die of passion than of boredom." Trick 12. Always wear a whatsit. Whenever you go to a gathering, wear or carry something unusual to give people who find you the delightful stranger across the crowded room an excuse to approach. The author tells us about her friend who never left his flat without his Greek worry beads. "Excuse me, I couldn't help but notice your... what is it?" Trick 13. Who's that? When you can't find a whatsit, you could ask the party giver about that person. Who is that? What are his hobbies? You could even ask the party giver to make an introduction. Trick 14. Eavesdrop in. What if there is no whatsit, no who's that? Just sidle up behind the swarm of folks you want to infiltrate and open your ears. Wait for any flimsy excuse and jump in with, "Excuse me, I couldn't help but overhear..." Trick 15. Never the naked city. First of all, you should avoid asking these questions. Where are you from and what do you do? Imagine you ask someone where they are from. The person says a random location and you have no idea what to say. But what if someone asks you where you are from? Name your city plus something to talk about. Basically, you have to learn some basic stats about your city that you could then talk about. Trick 16. Never the naked job. When someone asks you what do you do, never say I'm an attorney. Tell a little story your conversation partner can get a handle on. Flesh it out. Talking with a business owner? Say I'm an attorney. Our firm specializes in employment law. Only if that is true, that is. Trick 17. Never the naked introduction, or how to introduce people to each other. Always name the name, plus a hobby or something about them. Like that you ensure that the newly introduced have something to talk about. Trick 18. Be a word detective. When talking with anyone, keep your ears open and, like a good detective, listen for clues. Be on the lookout for any unusual references. Ask about it, because it's a clue to what your conversation partner would really enjoy discussing. Now the next step is one of my favorites. Trick 19. The Swiveling Spotlight. Truly confident people often do this. They know they grow more by listening than talking. When you meet someone, imagine a giant revolving spotlight between you. When you're talking, the spotlight is on you. When the other person is talking, it's shining on him or her. If you shine it brightly enough, the stranger will be blinded to the fact that you have hardly said a word about yourself. The longer you keep it shining away from you, the more interesting he or she will find you. Trick 20. Parroting, or how to never be left speechless again. If you don't know what to say next, repeat your partner's last 3 words in an inquisitive, questioning tone. This throws the ball back into the partner's court. Trick 21. Encore. The sweetest sound a performer can hear welling up out of the applause is, "Encore, encore, let's hear it again." The sweetest sound your conversation partner can hear from your lips when you're talking with a group of people is, tell them about the time you... So whenever you're at a meeting or a party with someone important to you, think of some stories he or she has told you. Trick 22. Accentuate the positive. When first meeting someone, lock your closet door and save the skeletons for later. You and your new good friends can invite the skeletons out, have a good laugh, and dance over their bones later in the relationship. Last but not least, Trick 23. The latest news. Don't leave home without listening to a newscast just before you leave to a gathering. You always need to be up to date.